How's it going, everybody? Ty Sites Shadow Games Report. Doing part 16 of Red Dead Redemption 2 again tonight. I didn't play it for very long last night, so figured I would go ahead and jump back into the game again since I didn't get a lot done last night. I think I only played for, I don't know, maybe close to an hour. Didn't realize how much I went over with the news, but I was also having some glitchiness with the game, so I kind of had to restart a couple times, but nothing I could manage. Anyways, we are going to do about 30 minutes to an hour of news. I'm going to try to keep it to an hour today, just so we can put more time into the game. I heard that Moonbase Live, Harrison Smith's Moonbase Live, was live right before I came on. I might hop over into, I guess, what they're talking about, just because there were some very interesting discussions on InfoWars today with Nick Fuentes and I guess a few other players, where they were finally starting to question the overall narrative, not just siding with the federal narrative or whatever, or FBI narrative, whatever you might want to call it. I say Fed narrative because I don't think it's just the FBI. I think it's kind of like a conglomerate. Whatever might be left over of the previous intelligence groups, I don't know. I mean, maybe they've formed new groups on their own since they were all fired. I mean, you know, you find good company within the same corrupt group that you're already in. I mean, if they're not going to be arrested, then it's just kind of like, you know, you kind of enable them to do whatever they want to. I mean, you fire them, I mean, you're just going to piss them off and want to group up together. So, like, are you guys going to arrest them or what? That's the main question everybody is asking over the past few days. Everybody's just kind of tired of waiting, and we want to see some action. But we might have a little bit of action to some degree. We have former FBI Director Comey to be indicted in Virginia soon, per MSNBC. I mean, it seems like it's kind of just speculation. I mean, just things could change up until that point, but I don't know. I mean, maybe we're starting to see some movement, but we have to actually see the movement. We can't just, you know, have a bunch of talk. That's a lot of the frustration with Pam Bondi lately. It just seems, you know, like it's been all talk all year. And I mean, you know, investigations take time, but a lot of people are pointing out that the Epstein ordeal has been going on for close to 20 years now. There's plenty of evidence, plenty of witnesses, plenty to go on, and we just kind of want to see something happen here soon. But anyways, let's get through these headlines real quick, and we'll jump into some of the content. I might play a little bit of what I missed yesterday from the content, because some of it was important. We've also had this shooting in Dallas, Texas today at an ICE facility. Joshua John kills 2 detainees at Dallas ICE facility before suicide. That's actually the first time I even heard that he committed suicide. I didn't know that. I kept on hearing a bunch of jumbled reports earlier. I'll tell you what, like, I might have to limit myself in my InfoWars, or at least my Alex Jones, because he just rambles so damn much, and half the time it's just like you won't, I don't know, you'll get bite chunks of news, but he'll just kind of like move on to something different and wild, and I don't know. Goes off into a different tangent that I'm just not in for at the moment. Greg Gutfield just went off on Jessica Tarlov, leftist, for encouraging left violence. You label someone a fascist or racist or a Nazi, it makes you free to attack them. That has been the ideology from the start.
Your rationalization of both sides, you have to understand, since Kurt's death, there is no both sides anymore, Jessica.
Why did the DOJ take down the study that showed how much right-wing extremism?
What study was that? Which one? The one in The Economist that was sponsored by a group run by a guy in Antifa? That study that has been discredited by the Federalists? You're walking down a really bad alley right now.
Federalists?
Yes. I actually did see, Jessica, I did the deep dive on that study. That study was authored by a
So, I don't really know if I want to hear this entire video. Just seems like they're kind of ranting at each other and yelling at each other. One interesting fact, it seems like the bullet seems to be the same size as the bullet that was used on Charlie Kirk. It seems like certain people are pointing out. I think I reposted that, so we might see later in my feed. We also got very mean squirrels seeking food has sent at least 2 people to the ER in California. I'm sorry, I just couldn't help but notice that article before getting started. I was like, really, man? That's gonna make the top headlining news. I mean, if it's like a vicious squirrel, and we got a squirrel problem now, um, I guess if it's just more than 2 people, I would want to hear. But I don't know. I mean, 2 people's a lot. But at the same time, um, I don't know. I guess you have to be worried about a lot of different things in California. Maybe the homeless people are feeding drugs to the squirrels. Anyways, Trump will sign TikTok executive order on Thursday, source says. Executive order? Jesus. I don't know, man. I don't know if I like the sound of all this crap with TikTok. Honestly, I kind of wish the company would just go away. I kind of wish they would just, like, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you could just have 2 different versions of TikTok, a US version and a Chinese version. You don't have to have the same thing. That's what I would be more open towards, but at the same time, it just kind of makes you wonder, like, why is the government so involved with this whole ordeal? Anyways, where are we at with this? Doesn't seem like... Where's the actual... Okay, here it is. Oh, so now the politics of the parents matters. Oh, Joshua John, Dallas ICE facility shooter, posted anti-gun rants on social media aimed at Texas GOP leaders. I mean, is it not obvious that he is a leftist, or, I mean, what's the speculation here? Or is it just the left arguing against it? Gavin Newsom, no thanks, JD. I will not be going straight to hell today. Though when I watch you speak, I certainly feel like I'm already there. What is this all about? Governor Gavin Newsom calls ICE arresting illegal aliens authoritarian actions by the authoritarian government. It looks like it's being recommented on here by Vance.
Because here's what happens. Because here's what happens when Democrats like Gavin Newsom did say that these people are part of an authoritarian government. When the left-wing media lies about what they're doing, when they lie about who they're arresting, when they lie about the actual job of law enforcement, what they're doing is encouraging crazy people to go and commit violence. You don't have to agree with my immigration policies. You don't have to agree with Donald Trump's immigration policies. But if your political rhetoric encourages violence against our law enforcement, you can go straight to hell, and you have no place in the political conversation of the United States of America. Because here's what happens.
Country is committed to climate action despite Trump. UN advisor Sachs says, usually I like Jeffrey Sachs, but this is kind of an interesting spin for him. UN Special Advisor Jeffrey Sachs said countries remain committed to cutting emissions despite Donald Trump. I mean, I don't see a problem with cutting emissions. I feel like that's still probably a good thing. U.S. President Trump calling climate change the greater con job of the United Nations General Assembly. Falling renewable costs with solar at a fraction of a cent per watt are sustaining climate action momentum alongside reforms to sustainability. Institutions, Jeffrey Sachs says. I mean, I guess you can still be for the environment. I mean, it's not like it's bad to cut emissions. I mean, unless there's some type of weird argument that tries to argue for emissions now. I hope not. I don't know. Seems like some people are starting to argue that we need more carbon in the atmosphere, and it's like, are you serious? We're really gonna go that far now? I mean, I don't know. That didn't seem like it really changes temperature if you actually pay attention to the science. There used to be a lot more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, at different points throughout human history, and it didn't dramatically change the temperatures. Matt Von Swall. Why do we have no news from this? The headline that it says here. Let's see what this says. The White House says, I've been briefed on the deadly shooting at the ice field office in Dallas, Texas. It has now revealed the deranged shooter wrote anti-ice on his shell casings. I'm calling on all Democrats to stop this rhetoric against ICE and America's law enforcement. If you want to stop political violence, stop telling your supporters that everybody who disagrees with you is a Nazi. But why is there this is all we get? It's just like some shell casings in his face. Is there no video of this? That's weird. MSNBC is now saying that the ICE shooter put his anti-ICE rhetoric on the bullet casing as a joke. He could have been doing that, thinking it was funny, trying to put law enforcement on the wrong track. Anyways, I don't know why they didn't put any actual anything from that. I haven't seen any video today about that. That's what I was saying earlier. It's like, I don't know if I want to watch InfoWars, or at least while Alex is on, too often. I don't know. Sometimes he's fun to kind of rile up and, I guess, just critique him pretty hard, because sometimes he just gets so arrogant about certain positions, and then he comes, to find out later, like a week later, that maybe his whole narrative was not as solid as he tried to give credit to the feds for. Jury. What does this say? U.S. Marshals believe Travis Decker is dead. Prosecutors move to dismiss warrant. Jury awards $250 million to the parents of a girl who fell to her death at a Colorado amusement park. That's sad. Damn. I mean, I guess they're rich now, but I mean, I don't feel like money really fixes anything like that. It's just terrible. U.S. Justice Department official ordered to drop inquiry into Sandy Hook lawsuit against Alex Jones. Yeah, I mean, what was it, $1 billion, or at least close to $1 billion that Alex had to pay back? Insane amount of money. I don't know how that doesn't go against the Eighth Amendment. It should have not been there to begin with. Talking about this whole lawsuit, but the supposed derp state, or whatever you want to call it. FBI says ammunition at Dallas shooting scene contained anti-ICE messaging. 2 detainees killed and another critically injured in Dallas ICE facility, Homeland Security says. You probably find more from these articles than we would from X. X has kind of been kind of shitty lately. I don't know what it is, but just all the people jumping on every little angle with the Charlie Kirk thing just got kind of stupid there. I mean, I think some of it was propaganda and trying to sway people certain ways, but very strange. Very, very strange. Democrat Adelita Grajalva, weird, Grajalva, wins special election for Southern Arizona congressional seat. Don't know who that is. Gavin Newsom tells Stephen Colbert, I fear we will not have an election in 2028 unless we wake up. Jimmy Kimmel criticizes Trump, says he never meant to make light of Kirk's killing in TV return. You know, and there might not be an election in 2028 if election fraud is discovered against Trump for the 2020 election. Just makes you kind of wonder, like, would he, I guess, serve another term just because he didn't serve in 2020? You see what I'm saying? It's almost like, I mean, he constantly was saying, you know, you have to return the diamonds if you steal the diamonds in his speeches. So it kind of just makes me think, you know, would you have to return that win to Trump and then maybe change the two-term rule for presidents? Jimmy Kimmel criticizes Trump, says he never meant to make light of Kirk's killing in TV return. I don't really know what that means. Oh yeah, there was also a video of Travis Robinson's today. I think it was today. It might have been yesterday, but there's a video going around. And there's different, I think it was like a behavioral analyst that was analyzing his behavior in the video, and he happened to notice two separate versions of the video of this video circulating. So it seems like some people are being fed a little bit of a altered video, possibly, allegedly. So let's see. What else we got over here? Trump warns pregnant women against Tylenol over autism risk. And it seems like Tylenol might have even said it in a few different tweets online to not give this to pregnant women. It might even be on the box. I don't actually know, but yeah. Anyways, Trump unveils presidential walk of fame, replaces Biden portrait with auto pen. That was kind of funny. I got a video of that. President Trump accuses UN of triple sabotage and escalator in tech failures. President Trump invites Marine silent drill platoon to Oval Office. I don't know what that is. Presents challenge coins. Performed a precision rifle drill on White House South Lawn beneath a 100-foot American flagpole funded by President Donald Trump. What is this? President Donald Trump personally hands each member of the Marine Corps Silent Drill Platoon a presidential challenge coin. What does that mean? What's a presidential challenge coin?
Appreciate the opportunity. It's my honor. You're great people. They're all good, aren't they? Wonderful.
I guess I missed that from earlier. Navajo man pleads guilty to illegal marijuana grow operations. That's sad, bro. I thought it was legal by now. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead and jump on into the content. Over 40% of shooting crimes yearly are stopped by civilians with legally owned guns. Almost half. Not by cops. Civilians.
This is freaking huge. Armed citizens stopped 48% of all criminal shooters last year, and the FBI was just caught massively lying about those numbers in their public reports. They recorded, get this, none of them. 0%. Now, you and I and everyone else have seen those local heroes on social media, but rarely do we ever see these stories in mainstream media. Well, the script is about to flip because a new study by the Crime Prevention Research Center reveals that armed civilians stopped over 1/3 of active criminal shooters between 2014 and 2024, nearly 10 times higher than FBI's reported 3.7% average. And again, with even more Americans getting armed post-2020, just last year alone in 2024, civilians stopped half of all criminal shooters. Yet, as I just stated, the FBI recorded 0 of them. You might be asking, how is this possible? Well, while digging for the study, researchers found that police were often falsely credited instead of the armed civilian, which is a recording pattern that clearly increased over the last 10 years. Now, this begs the question, why would they work so hard to hide the significant benefits of an armed public?
I'm sorry I had to say that last part. I regret saying it too. The US FDA has approved lab-created chicken, beef, and salmon. These lab-made meats are often created for immortal human cancer cell lines that just keep growing. Buy your chicken whole and get your meat from a butcher, you bitch. I'm sorry, I added that last part. Weird, man. They haven't had blood to it. That's weird. I don't like that. Dude, just fucking, like, let cows fucking grow. Like, why you gotta be like this? And supposedly these are made with, like, human cancer cells, from what it says. I didn't cover the video yesterday, but I did cover, yeah, that it might be made from immortal human cancer cells. Says it right there on the screen. Dr. Jane Ruby, who are you? She's kind of cute. American scientist, medical expert. You know, that's enough for me. It's enough for me. Medical expert. The Sigma mindset. If someone disrespects your... I'm not going to get into that. It's like a motivational video. I don't even know why I reposted it. Oh yeah, this is the video that shows Tyler Robinson running, where his shadow just disappears suddenly on a white surface, which is just weird because you'd think it would show up even more on a white surface. The vaccine schedule is a mess. There's thimerosal is mercury-based and is poisonous to the touch. You sit on a throne of lies, says the GIF. How Christianity was Jewified and became Judeo-Christianity, the Scofield Bible. I've covered this before, but I saw it pop up again, and I kind of wanted to cover it again tonight.
You guys know about the Scofield Bible?
I mean, it's important, if you're religious, to know if you have an altered Bible. At least it would be to me. You know, if I was just a, you know, hardcore devout Christian that a lot of people claim to be, if you're truly that, then you don't want an altered version of the Bible. You want the real thing. And what's interesting about the Orthodox Church, and maybe even the Catholic Church as well, they did alter the Bible. Now, this particular Bible was more altered for Protestants, but either way.
Oh boy, here's a rabbit hole for you. Here's a rabbit hole for all of us. In the early 1900s, right around when the Federal Reserve was founded and the Balfour Declaration happened, right at that exact same time, the Rothschild family hired this dude, this pastor in the Deep South, he made a new version of the Bible called the Schofield Bible. He wrote this new Bible that has all these new interpretations of the text. So they didn't change.
Jewish influence.
Yes, literally, that's where Judeo-Christianity kind of came from. And the idea that Israel is this modern Israel thing is the Israel of the Bible. It came from that Bible. And the Schofield Bible was funded by the Rothschild family. And then it was pushed because they owned the publisher that publishes like all the books. I think it was Oxford Press. And so they had the deals that they could make to get that Bible into all the mega churches across whole denominations of Christianity. And so that was when Christianity got kind of Jewified. You guys know about the Schofield Bible? Oh boy, here's a rabbit hole for you. Here's a rabbit hole for all of us. In the early 1900s, right around
Morning, everybody.
Okay, so I found this. I don't know if it's true or not. I really don't think it is happening. I mean, it could be. But I've covered this theory on and off. But there's a lot more going on in the background. This guy says this is huge. So many people are going to be arrested on this executive order. Governments, politicians, healthcare systems, police, judges, courts, lawyers, big pharma, big tech, mainstream media, banking cartel, teachers, doctors, nurses, a never-ending list. They are all a part of the cartel. But yeah, this guy basically just goes on to talk about it. I don't even want to cover the video, to be honest. It's a fringe theory. Feel free if you want to go check it out. It's on my page. But I'm not going to cover it here. It's 8 minutes long. I covered this video yesterday where it was talking about this strange plane that was flying next to Charlie's event as it was happening. And it actually circled the area twice that day. But the second time that it comes back around, it just so happens to get very low to the ground and very close to the university whenever Charlie was shot. So some people are speculating, what if he was shot from a plane? I know. The theories just get crazier and crazier. I don't know what to believe anymore. I just heard even a new drone, smaller drone theory where they have like lethal miniature drones now. There was one that was flying super fast over the entire event. Makes you kind of wonder. I mean, you believe what you want to. But I'm not going to cover this video again. I covered it yesterday. It's 7 minutes long. I might pull it up real quick just to show you what it's about. But it's basically this guy following this flight trajectory and how it does a weird turn over, I guess, one of the lakes. Utah Lake. Just gonna skip through it.
It is, and it begins to climb back out and continue on its journey. So the question is, why is it making this type of maneuver adjacent to where Charlie Kirk was killed on the day that Charlie Kirk was killed? Now, this is happening 3 hours before the shooting.
Now, this is the first flight. But then there's a second flight, and I'll go ahead and skip towards it. He shows that it goes up to, I think, Montana or something like that.
Lakes. So it seems rather dramatically. The Wednesday.
Okay, wait, I think I skipped it.
And this at the flight as it departs from Kalispell, Montana, and it heads south.
Yeah, this is the second one. But it went up way north, and then it came back down again. So, this is its second flight, and it just so happens to get very, very low to the ground. And he'll tell you.
Towards El Paso, Texas. Again, once it gets to the Salt Lake City area, this is the same aircraft, this same plane we just looked at. And this plane begins to descend again. And when it gets adjacent to Utah Valley University, it is at a AGL, above ground speed, above ground level of just 204 feet. And it's flying at close to stall speed before it begins to climb back out. So we've now seen the same aircraft in the same place make relatively the same maneuver, and in both cases descend rather dramatically, slow down rather dramatically. And we don't really see a record of this aircraft making this maneuver in this location. On the day before, the Wednesday prior, it doesn't seem to have a record of it. Now, it does seem to practice this maneuver or make this maneuver over lakes. So it seems like this is something these guys practice or do, but I can't tell you, exactly what's going on in every other place. But here, where they did it and when they did it, so they kind of collared it. They were there 3 hours before and 20 minutes after Charlie Kirk was shot. And as far as I'm concerned, that makes N1098L the prime suspect in the killing of Charlie Kirk. I'm John Cullen. Thanks for joining.
Say 20 minutes after? I don't know. Take it with what you will. Oh yeah, I was going to show the plane. Because he does show the more about the plane right here. Hades spy plane program. Interesting. A bombardier. Giving a baby iodine increases its IQ.
Have the baby take 3.125 milligrams of iodine. This is cool. It increases the baby's IQ above the mother's IQ on average of 10 to 15 points. They're getting kids whose mothers do this that are menses. And they're just showing up out of nowhere in areas that these school systems, we're not talking at Cape Canaveral. We're not talking Oak Ridge. We're not talking at Huntsville, rocket scientists. We're talking country folk that are doing it. Their kids are turning out menses. And so it's huge.
Wow.
This is where it gets even more crazy. Does fluoride displace iodine in the body? Oh, yes, it does. Does fluoride lower children's IQ? Oh, yes, it does. And it's dose dependent. The more fluoride exposure, the lower the IQ. Keep in mind there are other things aside from tap water that contain fluoride. If I was serious about protecting my child's IQ, I would be removing fluoride with natural minerals, and I would be supplementing with iodine, not medical advice.
Get your iodine. Get your iodine, kids. This is already 2 days old, so I'm not even going to cover this video. Me when I found out my mom took Tylenol when she was pregnant. I think I already covered this, but it's funny.
I'm retarded?
That's so mean, man. They put that retarded kid in that room and made him stand there with the same shirt. That's so mean. Anyways. Pattern Frog says, evil, disgusting people. Bloomberg both times. Different articles, different days. First one says, want to slow climate change? Stop having babies. Next article, only immigrants can reverse America's baby bust. Say what? So wait, they told us to stop having babies, but then they brought immigrants in because we weren't having babies? Interesting. Interesting. Oh, look at this. This happens to be very tailored. What I was just talking about. I was told this was a conspiracy theory. It's actually a 177-page UN report. So, per the UN, here is replacement migration. And there's a special little website for it. We go to it, and boom. Is it a solution to declining and aging populations? That's so messed up, man. So just replace the West because we stopped having as many babies because we became more educated. I mean, that's just kind of the weird correlation between education and, I guess, reproduction. It seems like people have less kids the more educated they are. So it's almost like we need some stupid people to have babies. I know it sounds kind of weird and contradicting, but we'll just give them iodine. And, I don't know. Seems that does the trick. I heard that from a little birdie somewhere. Alright, moving on. Jesus. Jesus, they even try to do it to the Japanese, assholes. See, it's like, if you are of pale-skinned origin, they're trying to do it on you. That's the weird part. That's the weird part. I'm more of like a peach color, though. Like a peach, golden retriever color, you know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. Anyways. Breaking upon hearing the guilty verdict would be Trump assassin Ryan Routh tried to stab himself in the neck with a pin. Because he's a little baby biatch. Alright, holy crap, Wall Street Ape says, the day Charlie Kirk was killed and everyone focused on that, Gavin Newsom and California Democrats rammed through an online censorship bill. Yeah, that's like yesterday's news. Trump can only win Nobel if Gaza conflict stops. I said that yesterday. Indonesia says they are done with words and commit 20,000 boots on the ground in Gaza. From yesterday.
Indonesia today is one of the largest contributors to United Peacekeeping Forces. We believe in the United Nations. We will continue to serve where peace needs guardians, not with just words, but with boots on the ground. If and when the United Nations Security Council and this great assembly decide Indonesia is prepared to deploy 20,000 or even more of our sons and daughters to help secure peace in Gaza or elsewhere.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to commit your troops to the UN. Maybe you want to keep your troops separate and you do your own thing, but at the same time, I'm not entirely opposed to this, at least rhetoric from this guy. I think it's a good stance to kind of help beef up some of the, or at least start to diminish the weird ego of the Israeli state. I don't really know how else to really put it. It's just, I don't know, they need to back down. They need to rethink their footing. They need to just look at the world as a whole and just recognize that it seems like probably a good 60% to 70% of the world has turned against them at this point. And it might even be higher than that. I feel like a lot of people that don't, probably in that same group that don't really have an opinion. I mean, they're just ignorant of the situation, you know. Anyways, oh, yeah, we got this video too. It's only 3 minutes, we can cover it. This is from Peter Joseph. I can't remember which Zeitgeist film this is from, but I remember it being in one of them. This is the 1933 gold seizure. We were
decided that
we were being taken off the gold standard.
Then decided that the gold standard should be removed. In order to do this, they needed to acquire the remaining gold in the system. So, under the pretense of helping to end the Depression, came the 1933 gold seizure. Under the threat of imprisonment for 10 years, everyone in America was required to turn in all gold bullion to the Treasury, essentially robbing the public of what little wealth they had left. And at the end of 1933, the gold standard was abolished. If you look at a dollar bill before 1933, it says it is redeemable in gold. If you look at the dollar bill today, it says it is legal tender, which means it is backed by absolutely nothing. The only thing that gives our money value is the public faith and how much of it is in circulation. Therefore, the power to regulate the money supply is also the power to regulate its value, which is also the power to manipulate and control entire economies. It is important to clearly understand the Federal Reserve is a private corporation. It is about as federal as Federal Express. It makes its own policies and is under little regulation by the U.S. government. It is a private bank that loans all the currency at interest to the government, completely consistent with the central banking model that the country sought to escape from when it declared independence in the American Revolutionary War. Now, going back to 1913, the Federal Reserve Act was not the only bill pushed through Congress for the vested financial interests. They also pushed its partner, the federal income tax. First of all, the federal income tax is completely unconstitutional, as it is a direct, unapportioned tax, and the required number of states needed in order to ratify the amendment to allow the income tax was never legally met, and this has even been cited in modern court cases. Second, at the present day, roughly 25% of the average worker's income is taken from them via this tax. That means you work 3 months out of the year to fulfill this tax obligation. And where does that money go? According to the Grace Commission report of the 1980s, 100% of what is collected is absorbed solely by interest on the federal debt and by federal government contributions to transfer payments. In other words, all individual income tax revenues are gone before 1 nickel is spent on the services which taxpayers expect from their government. Today, the money Americans make working 3 months out of the year goes almost entirely to the interest fees charged for the debt-based fiat currency. The fact is, the federal income tax exists to feed the Federal Reserve federal government money machine, making sure the interest payments are always there. And third, even with the government claim as to the legality of the income tax, there is still evidently no statute, no law in existence that requires you to pay this tax.
But you didn't hear that from me. I think some people actually have challenged that before, and I didn't get too far. But I've also heard the opposite too. I've heard like people that actually have gotten away with different things by making arguments like that. Let's see, MTG introduces amendment to cut $500 million for Israel air defense. Israel is a nuclear-armed nation. They can defend themselves.
Israel bombed a Catholic church in Gaza, and that an entire population is being wiped out as they continue their aggressive war in Gaza. My amendment would strike $500 million in funding for nuclear-armed Israel's missile defense system. The U.S. already provides Israel with $3.8 billion annually in foreign aid. $3.8 billion, that's a lot of money. Additionally, the April 2024 security supplemental included $8.7 billion for Israel. Even though Israel, nuclear-armed Israel, has universal health care for their citizens and subsidized college for their citizens. They're able to provide that. However, here in America, we're $37 trillion in debt. My amendment will ensure an America First Department of Defense, and that is exactly what we need and we haven't had for a very long time. Israel.
Okay, so I wanted to cover this video yesterday and I didn't get to it yet just because it was under a mountain of videos. But we are going to cover it today. I did mention it, but I didn't get to it. New Mexico State Senator Jay Block's daughter is putting him on blast for joining the 50 States One Israel delegation to meet with Netanyahu in Israel. Seems like he sold his soul to the devil and is now just peddling lies and propaganda. I just genuinely hope that this will be the end of my dad's political career. So she wants her dad's career to end because of this. That's how, like, passionate people are for this particular issue. And it's understandable at this point.
Republican state senator in New Mexico just got back from his trip to Israel, which was not like a personal vacation, by the way. It was him and a bunch of his other Republican cronies who got invited to Israel for what I can only assume was just like a propaganda trip. So yeah, it looks like my dad and a bunch of other just like loser politicians from New Mexico went to meet with Netanyahu, and I don't know what they could possibly discuss. I mean, again, it's my dad and a bunch of other like state senators and state reps, which, like, how does meeting with Netanyahu help the local people of New Mexico? But yeah, I genuinely believe that Israel is like paying my dad now to like peddle propaganda, because he also posted this like super long tweet that's like basically dissertation length that I'm not even gonna, I couldn't even take a screenshot of it and get even half of it. Like, that would take like 4 screenshots to get the entire thing.
Jeez.
So if you want to check it out, I guess go to his Twitter profile. But he was basically just,
I hate to tell you, honey, but your dad probably won his election because of Israel. So he might be genuine with some of that gratitude towards them. I'm starting to kind of wonder if that's really what this is. You know, why these people are so loyal. They might have received money. I'm not saying they have. I'm just saying, well, I guess they kind of have if they did receive political funding from, you know, things like AIPAC and other, you know, institutions that fund. It's not just AIPAC, too. That's the other weird part about all of this. But they're just one of the main groups that end up funding half the time.
peddling all of this Israeli propaganda, saying that the genocide is a lie and that, like, civilians aren't being killed and the IDF is doing everything they can to, like, minimize casualties. And I'm like, how much are they paying my dad? You know, like, how much is his soul? Because it seems like he has sold his soul to the devil and is now just peddling, like, lies and propaganda, which, I mean, look, he's a Republican politician. That's kind of, like, par for the course. But it's just a little odd to me that somebody who is a state senator, again, he's not even a U.S. senator, he's a state senator, got personally invited to Israel and met with Netanyahu. Like, what is going on here? I'm genuinely so confused, and I don't know. I think there's some, like, nefarious stuff happening, and I just genuinely hope that this will be the end of my dad's political career, because he is clearly not somebody who has, like, his constituents' best interests in mind. He just wants that Israeli propaganda money, I guess.
You know, they always say that your closest friends are often your worst enemies. Kind of like that with family, too, sometimes. I mean, usually they got all your, you know, your dirt, and you don't want your family turning on you. And I think she's kind of like the perfect example of that. If you don't, you know, represent, let's just say, something like Christian values or something that you might have been raised on. I'm not saying she was or that family is about that. I'm just giving this as an example. It can really turn somebody against you later on if you don't meet up with those values. I mean, hell, I could probably even speak from my personal experience too. You got to uphold your values or you're fake. Just people won't trust you. Chase Geiser says, holy shite. Real Alex Jones. Rep. Jim Jordan, due to oversight efforts, Google commits to offer all creators previously kicked off YouTube due to political speech violations in return to the platform. I read that wrong. Sorry, I was reading over here for a second. The great noticing is accelerating, says the artist known as Jess. I said Jeff. Jess. His name is Jess, I think. What did I got here? Gonna turn this on for a second. Gotta turn on music for this guy. He always puts like AC/DC in his videos.
Noticing's accelerating, and Bibi Netanyahu and our entire AIPAC-owned government, they are not happy about it. They said, stop noticing things and being anti-Semitic. While we were all watching the Charlie Kirk Memorial, our greatest ally killed an entire family of Americans in Lebanon. Yeah, 3 small kids, whole family, killed them all. What they have to say about it? They were like, Hamas, and something about anti-Semitism, and blah, blah, blah. They don't give a flying fuck. You know who else is noticing shit? China. China signed an aggression pact with Pakistan and Saudi Arabia and said if either one of them are met with any aggression from Israel, China's stepping in and they ain't gonna pull no punches. The whole world structure and the control that our greatest ally has exerted over the entire world is crumbling before our eyes. And I heard a guy explain it earlier, because it makes no sense, right? Like, Israel's on the fucking warpath, blowing up everybody, killing people all over the place. And he explained it as more people figure out what's going on, they realize that their time is numbered, and so they are trying to do as much damage and grab as much land as possible before the hammer falls, because it's coming. It's coming. Everybody knows it now, and nobody... Here's the game plan, America. Anybody who goes and touches the wall, you don't vote for those people because they ain't for America. They're not. They don't give a fuck about America. They've been bought and paid for, blackmailed, and whatever by our greatest ally, and that's where they're going to send all your money. They don't give a fuck about the homeless, the vets. They don't give a fuck about any Americans. All they care about is that fucking Jew gold. Gotta get that Jew gold. Everybody's so mad at Tucker because Tucker went out there and told everybody, like, common knowledge, that the Jews killed Jesus, and they're like, Tucker's anti-Semitic and he's lying. And it's like, the Jews did kill Jesus. What? That's not even up for debate. Like, that's who Jesus was fucking pissed at, because they were all corrupt and they were charging people money to sacrifice animals at the temple, and they had this big scam going, and Jesus went in there and he kicked over the fucking money changers' tables and was like, do not pay these corrupt pieces of shit any money to talk to my dad. That's what got Jesus killed. He touched their Jew money, and you can't do that. You can't do that, as Charlie found out, We are in a new world here, people, and as the noticing continues, we might actually see some change. Good luck to y'all. Long live the Republic.
Okay. I had to cover up the music in the background. I can't play copyrighted music, guys. As much as I would want to, I can't. Alright, Wall Street Ape says it's real. Gavin Newsom and his California senators are ending free speech. Do I want to cover this? I guess I didn't cover it yesterday, did I? If it's boring, I'll turn it off.
California Senator Henry Stern is trying to pass a law that would fine social media companies up to $1 million if a user's post can be construed.
Jeez, man, $1 million?
Politicians like him. Let me tell you a quick funny story about this Senator Henry Stern. When I was asking about the housing bill that Newsom was going to push through in Pacific Palisades. This Henry Stern made a post on his IG story, posting some fake news story about me from 15 years ago. And then when I posted about Henry Stern, guess what? I guess he went to all his little friends at the state senate and he was like, we got to come up with a way where if Spencer Pratt says something about us and Newsom, we can get him deplatformed. So I'll be very concerned, because do you think TikTok or Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or any of these companies are going to risk $1 million fine from Newsom because of something like Spencer Pratt posts on his TikTok? Of course not. They're going to get a notification email from the state of California that Spencer Pratt said this on TikTok. It's misinformation. Boom, my account will be gone on whatever page the video was. And since I post them on all my pages, I would lose all my social media. So make sure you call. Anybody can call, obviously. You don't have to be, but call California Senator Henry Stern, and you should just tell him he should throw his little bill in the trash. I know a lot of people are concerned about free speech. This seems like a speech issue we should be discussing.
Yeah, if it's going to charge civilians $1 million for certain speech, it's insane. Fines up to $1 million per offense for what Democrats call hate speech. Jesus. No. We can't get anywhere near that, man. We gotta turn the ship around quick. Just talking about value systems for America. It's like, come on now. Do you really want to go down that road? Top advisor for Attorney General Pam Bondi has suddenly resigned from the Department of Justice. That was yesterday. All right, I think we're getting closer to today's news. Not just yet, but I reposted this again because I think it's a key piece that a lot of people are looking over. The Israeli Jewish Foundation released a condolence letter to the Kirk family yesterday. Let's see this date. Oh, wait, no. Okay. Well, I don't know. I guess whenever this became public, that's whenever what he means by yesterday. So I guess on September 15th, a few days after Charlie's death. Now, what's interesting about this particular condolence letter is that it was dated 8 days before the shooting. So they already had a letter typed up for the Charlie Kirk family on September 2nd, supposedly. I mean, I guess it's possible that they could have dated or put the wrong date on the paper by mistake. Maybe they meant to put September 12th. I kind of wonder as well. I mean, as you see right here, it says September 2nd, 2025. I mean, I think they probably meant to put September 12th, and they accidentally put September 2nd, and that created that firestorm. But I don't know. Maybe it actually did come out 8 days in advance. I mean, suspicious, right? But I don't know. It's not much you can make off of that besides speculation. Dell says, just to explain how wild this is to Europeans, Australians, South Asians, and South Africans, he's talking about paracetamol. I don't even know what that is. Paracetamol.
The Amish, yeah, virtually. I heard none. See, Bobby wants to be very careful with what he says, and he should, but I'm not so careful with what I say. But you have certain groups. The Amish, as an example, they have essentially no autism. First, effective immediately, the FDA will be notifying physicians that the use of let's see how we say that.
Acetaminophen. It is, I don't know, if you've never said the word before, it does look kind of intimidating, but yeah. Acetaminophen, it's a pain reliever. I mean, I've used it for fevers on and off throughout my life, but apparently it is dangerous if you're pregnant and you're taking them. You could make your baby retarded and or autistic, which might be gifted to some people. I don't know. I don't know if you want to risk that, but it seems like some gifted people might have came out of it, strangely enough. But also, we know that if you give your baby iodine, you know, maybe don't give them Tylenol, maybe give them iodine, or maybe even take iodine while you're pregnant. I don't know. Actually, don't listen to me on that. I don't even know if that's a real thing. I mean, they might tell you not to take iodine whenever you're pregnant, so don't listen to me on that. I'm not a medical person at all. But, I mean, if they tell you to take or give your baby iodine whenever they're a baby, and somehow that increases their IQ, kind of makes you wonder, you know, is it the same if you were to take iodine while you're pregnant, you might ask. But I'm not telling anybody to take iodine while they're pregnant. I'm just saying, like, look into it, research it. Like, it might be something there. You never know. Watching it again, this is remarkably dangerous. If someone in the building wanted Trump assassinated, this would have been a great way to freeze him. Yeah, there's lots of strangeness to this. It seems like there was different UN staff that wanted to shut off the escalators as Trump was going up to, I don't know, I guess as a joke. It didn't really turn out that well. I mean, thankfully he was able to just walk up the stairs. Thankfully he's not like Joe Biden, just tripping over every little thing. He can actually walk upstairs. But I thought his facial expression was pretty interesting. Let's watch it again from yesterday. I covered this yesterday. I just want to cover it again. She instantly turned around. That made Trump turn around. I couldn't really make out either of their face too well, but you could definitely tell they were pissed. Holy crap, President Trump just went berserk at the United Nations for funding mass migration and thus destroying Western civilization. Unacceptable. The UN is supposed to stop invasions, not create and finance them. Which I'm sure probably a lot of the money came from the US because I think we fund.
Not only is the UN not solving the problems it should, too often, it's actually creating new problems for us to solve. The best example is the #1 political issue of our time, the crisis of uncontrolled migration. It's uncontrolled. Your countries are being ruined. The United Nations is funding an assault on Western countries and their borders. In 2024, the UN budgeted $372 million in cash assistance to support an estimated 624,000 migrants journeying into the United States. Think of that. The UN is supporting people that are illegally coming into the United States, and then we have to get them out. The UN also provided food, shelter, transportation, and debit cards to illegal aliens. Can you believe that? On the way to infiltrate our southern border. Millions of people came through that southern border. Just a year ago, millions and millions of people were pouring in, 25 million altogether over the 4 years of the incompetent Biden administration. And now we have it stopped, totally stopped. In fact, they're not even coming anymore because they know they can't.
I think it's kind of funny. They put this scene on El Salvador, and this lady looks like really sad.
Get through. But what took place is totally unacceptable. The UN is supposed to stop invasions, not create them and not finance them. In the United States, we reject the idea that mass numbers of people from foreign lands can be permitted to travel halfway around the world, trample our borders, violate our sovereignty, cause unmitigated crime, and deplete our social safety net.
This Churchill says, OMG, the predictions of the UN climate change is a scam and a lie. If you don't get away from the green energy scam, your country is going to fail. The carbon footprint is a hoax.
States, but I worry about Europe. I love Europe. I love the people of Europe. And I hate to see it being devastated by energy and immigration. This double-tailed monster destroys everything in its wake, and they cannot let that happen any longer. You're doing it because you want to be nice, you want to be politically correct, and you're destroying your heritage. They must take control strongly and immediately of the unmitigated immigration disaster and the fake energy catastrophe before it's too late. The carbon footprint is a hoax made up by people with evil intentions, and they're heading down a path of total destruction. You know, the carbon footprint was a big, big thing.
He looks so tired.
I remember hearing about the carbon footprint, and then President Obama would get into Air Force One, a massive Boeing 747, and not a new one, an old one with old engines that spew everything into the atmosphere. He'd talk about the carbon footprint, we must do so. Then he'd get in and he'd fly from Washington to Hawaii to play a round of golf. And then he'd get
rape reported every hour in London? Jesus. I feel sorry for, I don't know, just the women of Europe right now. I mean, I don't know what happened to European men, but it just seems like they're not protecting their own women anymore. I don't know. I just think that everybody needs to rethink their relationships right now, because, I mean, it might get you killed, it might get you raped, it might get you, like, just, I don't know, a number of things. So I think this is a good time to kind of reflect on, you know, who your closest people are in your life. You know, and you might have to be racial to a degree just due to the fact that racial tensions are high at the moment. So you might have to rely a little bit on your own kind to seek some type of safety. And I'm not saying that's always, you know, the greatest way to go about things, because there is even quite a bit of black on black crime. You know, if I were to tell you, you know, only trust your own race, that might also become a problem in some cases. You know, and that's for all races. I'm not just saying it's just black, you know, black people, but there is just a large amount of black on black crime. Yeah, and it's more so than any other race, so it's just one of those things that you kind of have to call out whenever it's due to be called out. And yes, I know there's, you know, a number of reasons why that, you know, a lot of economic reasons and probably a lot of political and policy reasons within certain areas, especially certain district representatives that might not represent their populace too well, so the whole area just kind of goes to shit because of it, and then there's no good policing. I mean, we've kind of seen it with a lot of the woke policies where police will just completely disappear, and then the whole neighborhood would just go to hell. Due to our oversight efforts, Google commits to offer all creators previously kicked off YouTube. Wait, I've already posted this like several times, it seems like. Oh yeah, in a continuation from the AI video that I showed yesterday, there's this AI video of this hot woman that I showed yesterday. Not this. I guess this is supposed to be Taylor Swift. It doesn't, I don't know, that particular freeze frame doesn't look very good on her, but anyways, there was like this hot chick with this dude that was faked yesterday, but this one is supposedly real. This one is supposedly matching his, you know, body movements, his mouth movements, and probably his eye movements as well. So yeah, pretty interesting. It looks like I was right. It would happen before the end of the year, but it actually happened the next day. It seems like when it comes to this technology, because I was just thinking, you know, like,
Friends,
well,
listen, what you
I was talking about the other video. I was like, this is going to happen by the end of the year. Like, this technology is going to be available. And then, sure enough, it happens the next day.
You're seeing right now is crazy. We are crossing a line in human history where the boundary between reality and fiction is vanishing.
And this is not a Hollywood billion-dollar high-production studio. This is open source. This is from your computer, a click of a button, and most people will not be able to even tell the difference now. So be safe out there, question what you see, verify what you believe, and follow who must stay ahead of the curve. This is serious. Friends, listen.
Wow. I mean, I don't think he faked it, but like I said, the last one was faked. This one is supposedly not faked. So now we already have AI rendering onto real-time, I guess, video filters. Which we kind of already had it with Snapchat, but this is just a little bit more hyper-realistic. And it will only get better. The crazier part. So even whenever you have certain video chats with different people, you might not be talking to who you think you're talking to. You have to be extra careful now. Hopefully there will be some new encryptions that kind of help dodge some of that. The DOJ is now investigating the FBI agent who started the Sandy Hook lawsuits against InfoWars. Good. New theories every day. So weird. It's from... Who's that? Yeah. If you haven't yet, you should check out the video Range Day Bro. What's this again? Oh yeah. I think this is a different angle that's being considered now. Different angle, different possible shooter too, nonetheless. James O'Keefe says world exclusive bombshell. Senior DOJ Epstein investigator reveals Epstein was CIA. He wasn't just CIA though. Like, he was an informant for the CIA. He worked with several different intelligence agencies, if you ask me. Kind of like how Israel is not part of the Five Eyes nations, but they still contribute to the intelligence. I mean, it's technically Six Eyes, really.
It's not talked about yet, but it'll soon come out that he was a CIA informant.
He was a CIA.
He was a CIA. I think he's protecting a lot of other people. He's not protecting himself because there's nothing there. But
where's the video at?
Because Trump's now saying it's a hoax.
Okay.
The case, like a hoax or something. I mean, come on, you know it's not a hoax. He's been on the plane, many times. It's just he was never on the plane with the kids. I've seen the itineraries and I've interviewed all the victims. There's never been an instance where Trump was on a plane with these kids and a rape occurred. But that can't be said for Clinton, and it can't be said for others. While the Clintons were on the plane, while Bill Clinton was on the plane, there were rapes that occurred.
Overheard at Phoenix Airport on September 8th, 2025, a senior Justice Department investigator who personally worked on the Epstein case tells all. Glenn Prager, who has reviewed Epstein itineraries and has interviewed Epstein's victims, drops a bombshell. He says that the DOJ did not want to go after Epstein because he's a CIA asset, that the evidence from his investigation confirms that Bill Clinton was present for alleged rapes on the Lolita Express, and that President Trump was not present for the rapes that Glenn Prager investigated, but that he is protecting a lot of other people that were.
How about this whole Epstein thing that's like going on?
So I worked on that case. I used to interview all the victims. And then my picture was 20 to 30 victims in Palm Beach that I was interviewing and dealing with and stuff like that. And then we would go ready to go to trial and they would flip. Epstein would just pay them off. And they were just like these little kids. They pay off their family. They're all broke kids and poor families and all. So you pay them off like anywhere from $150,000 to $500,000. Nothing in that guy's world.
Prager there describes how the victims that he interviewed were paid off by Epstein right before going to trial. Prager has worked as an investigator inside the Department of Justice for over 20 years. According to Prager's LinkedIn About page, it says that during the tenure at DOJ, Prager served as an inspector overseeing sensitive investigations involving major DOJ components, including the FBI, DEA, Bureau of Prisons, U.S. Marshal Service, ATF, and the U.S. Attorney's offices. This seems to corroborate what Prager told us. He was tasked with interviewing Epstein's rape victims and investigating flight logs. On his backpack in the airport, we spotted an embroidered FBI patch, which caught the attention of our citizen journalist.
I'll tell you this, because no, it's not talked about yet, but it'll soon come out that he was a CIA informant.
He was a CIA informant.
He was a CIA informant.
Although many have suspected it to be the case, this is the first time a Department of Justice official has confirmed that Epstein worked for the CIA and is a foreign asset.
So DOJ...
He was a contractor. I mean, there is a separation. It doesn't mean he's, like, directly employed. He's, you know, being contracted out. I mean, most likely just as an informant, not really even a contractor. I just don't... I don't know. I mean, maybe there is more to this, and I just haven't finished this video. I'm going to stop it right here, just because I want other people to go check out James O'Keefe's video. I've been doing that a lot more because, yeah, I would like to send some of the traffic to James, obviously, rather than me playing it on my channel. But that is a little bit of a teaser for the rest of that video. Plus, I got to get to the game here soon. The White House and Department of Homeland Security just released this video on Instagram. Is this the same video? Oh no, this is the Pokemon. I don't know if this song is copyrighted, so I might have to turn it down. You might have to just give it a little bit of imagination. Did it turn down all the way? I'm gonna keep pausing it. Because I'm kind of wanting to cut it through the algorithm where it doesn't get flagged for this song if it is copyrighted. Yeah, it's really weird. This is coming from the the Department of Homeland Security, DHS. Super cringe. It's I don't know. It's kind of funny, but at the same time it's very, I don't know. It's almost like Gen Z type stuff, but at the same time Pokemon was kind of like a millennial thing. It's kind of interesting. LMFAO, that's what I meant to say. President Trump just unveiled the Presidential Wall of Fame at the White House. And Joe Biden's portrait is an auto pen. So I guess everybody gets honored except Joe Biden. I don't know. This is kind of why I mentioned earlier, like, will that be relevant later? Will he end up proving that Joe Biden stole the 2020 election? I don't know, I'm just saying. There might be something to it. And it might reverse everything that Biden did. And if Obama is tied to it, you never know. It could even go down the line a little bit further. Might even go down as far as George Bush. I'm trying to think how many other presidents are still alive. I don't think it's too many beyond that. I mean, Bill Clinton, obviously, but didn't George Sr. I want to say he died, didn't he? I can't remember. I'm just joking. I said, help me find this woman. She needs a boyfriend quick. She said, I want a 100-acre compound in the middle of nowhere, too. She's actually in Tennessee somewhere, so I'm actually kind of... I don't know. If you can see me, babe, hit me up.
Pasture, my horse Taxi.
She's in Tennessee somewhere.
It's time for a farm
Help
tour.
me find
For
her.
anyone who
What does that say? The ski mask girl?
doesn't
Alright.
know, I live in Tennessee. I bought a 100-acre compound, and I want to show you. This is my front pasture, my horse Taxi. I think that's my goat. That's Malcolm. This is Brown. She's anemic. She's also... Oh, Malcolm. No! That was Malcolm. This is the second pasture. We usually just kind of leave it open. God, I wish I filmed it. She just farted a bunch. Oh. Oh my God.
That was
She
loud.
literally just shit her pants. Banjo, not your house. Goat's house. I think all the other animals get jealous that they get this house, so they always try and come in and hang out. Banjo, protect and serve. It's Pepe and Winnie, boyfriend and girlfriend. This is the front pasture where we keep all of our Highland cows. We have 6 of them. This is my barn. It's old and it stinks and it's dirty, but I kind of like that. You know what I mean? This is Sasha. This is Chloe. That is Clementine. This is my second house on the property. It's the cabin. My mom and my stepdad live here. We're actually...
Alright, I'm sorry, guys. I'll get out of here. I'll stop oodling. Let's keep moving. It's not news. I don't know why that was in my feed, but anyways. Former FBI Director Comey to be indicted in Virginia soon, MSNBC reports. She is really pretty, though. Anyways. Bibi's running around the Middle East in his own country. I control the U.S. I control Donald Trump. Coming from Tucker Carlson. In an interview with Glenn Greenwald.
Bibi's running around. This is a fact. I'm not guessing about this because I've talked to people he said it to. Is running around the Middle East, his region, and his own country, and telling people point blank, just stating it. I control the United States. I control Donald Trump. He's saying that, and again, I'm not guessing at all. That's a fact, and I dare them to say that's not true because it is true, and they know it's true. So I'm an American. How do you think it makes me feel? Even if I didn't vote for Trump, which I did vote. I campaigned for Trump, but even if it was Joe Biden. I'm an American. You can't treat, it's too humiliating. I can't handle that. And I shouldn't have to put up with that. This is a country of 9 million people. I'm not even attacking the country. I'm attacking my leaders who are allowing my nation of 350 million people to be forced into doing things that are bad for me and my children because of some other country. Like that is a violation of the most basic arrangement we have with our leaders, which is represent us, please, at least most of the time, and they're not. And there's an ongoing humiliation ritual designed to make us all crazy, designed to turn us into haters. I'm not gonna give them the satisfaction of becoming what they call me. I'm not a hater, and I'm never gonna become one. But I will never accept this. I shouldn't have to accept it. I have nothing to be ashamed of. I have no unexpressed views. I'm not hiding anything. I say exactly what I think all the time. This is wrong. And if it's not wrong, tell me how it's not wrong. Why don't you stop attacking me and my trying to get family members fired, which they never stop doing? Why don't you instead tell me how you disagree with me? But they can't because they don't actually have an argument. There's no way to justify controlling the U.S. government for the purposes of another country's, whatever their plan is, expansion. There's no way to justify that. And so they just scream at you and call you names. And I guess I'm just blessed because I don't believe that about myself. So that doesn't hurt me. You know, if they said, well, you've gained 10 pounds, you might hurt my feelings. But calling me a bigot doesn't hurt my feelings because I know that I'm not. How's that?
Semi-wise words from Tucker Carlson. The guy that said that he wanted to be in the CIA growing up, but he never joined. And he never knew that his dad was a CIA agent. Very strange. Alright, so this is one of the more interesting conspiracies around this whole Charlie Kirk incident. So this is from the Skiff. There are no coincidences. 1998 movie Snake Eyes with actor Nicolas Cage, the politician Charles Kirkland, is shot in the neck. In the movie, the shooting happens on September 10th. Charlie Kirk was shot in the neck in real life on September 10th. You can't make this stuff up. And supposedly the shooter in the movie was named Tyler. I haven't actually confirmed that myself, but that's what they say.
There's a movie called Snake Eyes, which came out in 1998, and in that movie, U.S. politician Charles Kirkland is assassinated at a live event by a shot through the neck. Charles Kirkland, like Charles Kirk. And obviously, Charlie Kirk was also shot in the neck, allegedly, right? Well, in the movie Snake Eyes, the heavyweight boxer Lincoln Tyler is in the ring during the assassination. Tyler, like Tyler Robinson. And in Gematria, Lincoln Tyler is 165, like Tyler Robinson is 165, and his nickname is the Executioner, okay? Well, the big part here, guys, in the movie Snake Eyes, the assassination occurs on September 10th. Charlie Kirk was allegedly assassinated on September 10th. Can you believe this, guys? You guys got to share this with everyone you can. This is undeniable. And also, see how Nicolas Cage is doing the hands like Charlie Kirk. Also, Donald Trump does that hand sign. And also, we're in the year of the snake right now. It's called Snake Eyes. But wow, just, you put that all together. Charles Kirkland shot in the neck. Lincoln Tyler equals Tyler Robinson. And you're telling me the assassination in the movie happened on September 10th, the same day the Charlie Kirk event happened? Oh my goodness. And guys, I can't take credit for this. Shout out to Bernardo Soares, sorry. He left me this comment. I also saw him on the Ball Don't Lie channel earlier tonight talking about this. He said, have you ever watched the 98 movie Snake Eyes, where the character Charles Kirkland is assassinated with a shot in the neck, and there's a boxer named Tyler who has the nickname Executioner? And then Decoding with Cody let me know that the shooting in the film is on September 10th. So I can't take credit for any of this. I put the slide together, and I did find that Lincoln Tyler equals Tyler Robinson, but it doesn't matter who gets the credit. All credit goes to God. We wouldn't be able to do any of this without God's help. But wow, guys, I had to share that with you. And also, if you haven't seen it, I put out another video on Charlie Kirk one day ago. Make sure you check that out.
Okay, you guys remember when I was telling you guys, like, after we found out that he was shot with a 30-06 through the neck, and I was saying, okay, with this conspiracy theory shit, I'm somewhere between the earth is flat and we live in a simulation. I'm going to show you some shit by my boy Ben. If you guys aren't following at Ben, BenWehrman over on X, swing over and give this man a follow. He's probably one of my favorite Bitcoiners. He's a really good buddy of mine, and we were both on this from day one. And then, like, by day 3, Ben started to split off and go, this is fake, this is AI, this is a conspiracy theory, we're all getting fucking played, this is a movie, it's a scene. And I'm over here going, no, here's the facts, here's the evidence. We've been on separate paths, completely disagree on a lot of shit, but Ben's my homie. And he's got some good points here. Let me just read this for you guys so you guys can see what I'm seeing here. Hold my fucking beer. Ben tweets out, in the 1998 movie Snake Eyes, Charlie Kirkland gets shot in the exact same spot in the neck that Charles J. Kirk did. And he says, note, Nicolas Cage yells Tyler, and he's pointing the same spot on his neck. And then there's also this all-seeing watching eye over the top. Okay, and then somebody else, I don't know what all this checks out, but check this out. So Darda said, check this out. In the 1998 film Snake Eyes, a politician named Charlie Kirkland gets assassinated by a sniper on September 10th at a boxing event. The boxer's name is Tyler, the Executioner. Believe everything except your eyes, in the tagline. Holy shit. Okay, somebody explain this. Watch this clip.
Sorry, my mic was off. It seems like he got some of the details wrong. Yeah. Let me go back. He said that he gets assassinated by Tyler, the Executioner. I believe that's the boxer. That's the name of the boxer that he just said, so. What was that sign that they held up? Is that the all-seeing eye? Is that what he was talking about? He said that there was some eye that pops up or something.
Except your eyes, in the tagline. Holy shit. Okay, somebody explain this. Watch this clip.
Yeah, there's some blimp with an eye.
My lucky number. What?
Alright, so check this out. He just gets grazed by a bullet. You hear that tiny little pop. He gets grazed above his ear. Nicolas Cage does.
My lucky number. What?
Now, I don't know if Nicolas Cage is supposed to be portrayed as Trump here, or if, like, Charlie Kirkland is supposed to be Trump. But somebody had speculated in a post that this movie somehow represents Trump in some way. And I'm looking at Nicolas Cage's clothes, and they're like gold, and he has some gold phone. It's very strange. It's also strange he gets grazed by the bullet. And then you have Charlie right behind him that gets killed. So, I don't know if that's symbolism, but looks like some lady got shot in the shoulder. Maybe we need to look out for some type of symbolism with some lady getting shot in the shoulder now. Especially if we see all that weird symbolism and correlations going on here. It really starts to make you speculate, is this whole thing real or not? Are we watching some type of acted out event? This is why, like, in the first early week, I even started to kind of question, was there a blood pump underneath his shirt that moved very rapidly, pumping the blood to come through the supposed hole in his neck? We also watched a video where, you know, they portrayed a falsified mask on someone's face where they cut his throat and then, you know, the false blood started pouring out. It's very similar to something like that. And, you know, it's all speculation within theory. I'm not saying that's what happened here. It's just more or less we're exploring different theories. And there's lots of odd correlation here. Now, as most science enthusiasts will say, correlation does not equal causation. take this all with a grain of salt, but it is very, very odd. There's just too many correlations, like the name of the characters.
You tell me that in
So yeah, what was also strange about Nicolas Cage's hand movement, if y'all paid attention, right here, you see his hand movement? He said Tyler right there, and then he made a hand motion like to shoot his neck or something.
in the tagline. Holy shit. Okay. Somebody explain this. Watch this clip.
Those little pops. Oh wait, I think those are the pops for the boxing. But you can also hear the pops from the gun.
Listen to me, Mr. Secretary. I am telling you, you are the one that's going to be sorry.
What? Who are you? Where? My lucky number. What?
You tell me that in 1998, a political figure named Charlie Kirkland gets assassinated in the neck at a boxing event, and he gets assassinated by Tyler the Executioner, and it happens to be seen by everybody because there's an all-seeing watching eye on top.
He didn't hear that part correctly. I mean, he even said it while he was reading the other person's article, but he did not say that correctly, but it's okay. We know the difference. Jim Ferguson says claims sweep the net. Vaccinated people are now patented goods. People who got the jab are products, no longer human. That's the explosive line circulating online.
In the United States, the Supreme Court has ruled that vaccinated people worldwide are products. They are now patented goods. According to U.S. law, which can be verified, people who have been vaccinated no longer qualify as humans, and therefore they can no longer be categorized as human beings. In essence, this means that those vaccinated are no longer subject to national or international law. Since 2013, all people vaccinated with genetically modified mRNAs are legally transhuman and legally identified as transhuman. Then they no longer enjoy any human or other rights of a state. This applies worldwide because GenPoint technology patents are under U.S. jurisdiction and law, where they were.
I'm just going to pause it right there because it sounds like BS, but I don't know. You guys can go watch I mean, it's from Jim Ferguson. He's usually pretty on point with a lot of this stuff, so decide for yourself. I just personally, I don't know. It just seems a little bit too far off, but I don't know. Maybe we'll find out later that it's correct. Patriot Girl says Snake Eyes was filmed at Trump's Taj Mahal. Another weird correlation with the Snake Eyes film and a Trump reference of sorts. Snake Eyes movie poster shows Nicolas Cage making a light or a tight triangular hand gesture, just like the one Trump and Elon did at Charlie Kirk's memorial. A lot of people speculate this might be some type of occult symbolism, maybe Masonic, maybe a different cult. Some say this is also the reversal of certain spells, but I don't know. Because, I guess you'll have the upward triangle, but then also have, the downward triangle. I don't know. And Visidon says, bros, I'm done. There's nothing more to prove. Snake Eyes, Gilbert Powell is based on Donald Trump. That's from IMDb. says Gilbert Powell is based on Donald Trump. So I guess is that Nicolas Cage's character? I never actually looked that part up, but I remember seeing this earlier. So Gilbert Powell, which I assume is Snake Eyes character, is supposed to be Donald Trump. Interesting. I mean, it was filmed in his facility, so... This is Ian Carroll talking about a different possible shooter being mentioned. I don't feel like getting into that right now. It's just too much to jump into. About to start this game. This is the behavior expert that I was talking about earlier. I want to cover this real quick and then we're going to start the game. Dang, I went way over an hour today. I'm sorry, guys.
I don't know if you guys have been following our Twitter Spaces, but we've been doing Charlie Kirk assassination Twitter Spaces and covering the footage, the updates from Candace every night at 8 p.m. So if you guys want to come and join me and Maze and Dee Dee, it's going to be off the hook. But in the space last night, a young lady by the name of Melly RN came in our Twitter Space and she goes, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this guy's like one of those like world experts, one of the world leading behavior analysis guys, specializes in this. And he's watching the footage of Tyler Robinson basically being processed or being charged, and where the judge is talking to him and he's nodding his head. Well, there was 2 different live feeds going on at the same time. And this man caught something very strange. I just wanted you guys to check this out.
Welcome to the Behavioral Arts. My name is Spidey, and I use my degree in sociology and psychology, my certifications in criminal interrogation and body language analysis, and my experience as an award-winning mentalist to teach people behavioral analysis and practical psychology on stage and television shows all over the world. There's this really massive inconsistency that nobody is talking about, and the only reason I noticed is because I was watching 2 feeds of this hearing simultaneously, and something didn't add up, and from a behavioral standpoint, that distinction is huge. So we're definitely going to talk about that. And finally, a lot of you requested that we talk about the text exchange that was released to the public between Tyler Robinson and his roommate / romantic partner. And we're going to talk about those as well because there's a lot going on in there. So without further ado, let's jump right into the footage of his court appearance.
51403-576, State of Utah versus Tyler James Robinson. Could you state your name?
Tyler James Robinson.
Thank you for being here, Mr. Robinson. I'm Judge Graff. Mr. Scortis. So, Mr. Robinson, you have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, the court can appoint an attorney to represent you. I have reviewed your declaration of financial status and find that you are indigent. I'm provisionally appointing a Rule 8 qualified attorney to represent you on your case, Mr. Robinson. Mr. Robinson, I also wish to inform you of your right against self-incrimination. Anything that you say in court today could be used against you, and we want to protect your constitutional rights. Mr. Robinson, at this time, you will remain in custody without bail. Mr. Scortis, is there any other points that you wish to address?
No, thank you very much, Your Honor.
There are quite a few moments in this first clip where he is giving away quite a bit. The first one is when the judge says, "Thank you for being here. I'm Judge Graff," and we get a baseline for his acknowledgement. So when he acknowledges, we get this 1 downward pop with the chin like this. This is something that he's going to do throughout his appearance whenever something is said directly to him and he acknowledges it. And there are a couple of very important details here. 1, it's just 1 pop downwards. That's very important. The chin goes down. 2nd, he maintains eye contact. So it looks exactly like that. Immediately after the introductions, when things are about to get started, we see him open his mouth, which is rare, and we see him take a deep breath that moves up into the chest. We know that because we see a visible breath. And this usually happens when we're stressed, feeling anxiety, and that makes perfect sense here. The introductions are done. We're about to begin. Here we go. When the judge says to him that he has right to an attorney, again, we get that exact same baseline acknowledgement. Chin down, eye contact, 1 pop. This is exactly what he does when he goes, "Okay, I understand." Immediately after that, as the judge is saying what would happen if he can't afford one, if you cannot afford one, we see his eyes slowly going downwards and his eyelids even close just a little bit. So everything is shifting down. Now, as a general rule in body language, When we're excited or happy, things go up. We call these gravity-defying gestures, and it's even in the language, right? I'm jumping for joy. I'm on cloud 9. I'm in the clouds. These are all positive things. And when someone's in a negative mood, we use language that goes the other way, downwards. He's feeling down, he's feeling low, and we see it in the body language as well. Research has shown that we perk up with happiness, we take up more space as well, and with sadness, we take up less space and things come downwards. So as he's talking about not being able to afford an attorney, we start to see these negative emotions setting in. Things are coming down. Now here's where things get really interesting, especially because we've established a baseline for acknowledgement. I said, wow, this guy's not giving him anything. And then when I was going to do this analysis, I went on YouTube and I searched for the whole footage, and I came across the version on ABC News. And as I was watching it, I saw something completely different. Watch this.
Tyler James Robinson intentionally selected Charlie Kirk because of Tyler James Robinson's belief or perception regarding Charlie Kirk's political expression. That concludes reading the information. Mr. Robinson.
Please tell me you noticed the difference. In this version, when the judge said that Tyler intentionally selected Charlie Kirk because of his belief or perception of Charlie Kirk's political expression, as he's saying that, as he's saying because of Charlie Kirk's political expression, we see Tyler nod downwards, the same way he does when he acknowledges things. And in that moment, I'm looking at that going, wait a second, like this whole time he was stoic, and this one moment where in this slip up where he's going, yep, that's why I did it.
Kirk's political expression.
But there was a little voice in my head that was like, wait a second, I saw this on Instagram earlier, and he never acknowledged anything. I was looking specifically for that, so there's no way I would have missed that. So I took both clips. I took the ABC News one that I was watching that has tons of views online, and then I compared it directly to another one that I found that was from a news source in Salt Lake City, and I synced up the audio to where the judge is saying the same thing. And I looked at Tyler, and it wasn't the same.
They edited it.
In the local one, in the Salt Lake City one, all the charges are read. He doesn't react. And then when the judge says that concludes the charges or whatever, when he's done, when he's
what else would it be?
That's when we see the acknowledgement like this. So Tyler goes, good, okay, we're done. I get it, acknowledge. So I'm going to play them side by side. I'm going to show you this clip. And on the right, the little box, that's ABC News. And you'll even hear that the audio is synced. And on the left is the one from the news station from Salt Lake City. And look at when that nod hits. On ABC, it's an acknowledgement to the charge. On the Salt Lake City one, it's an acknowledgement to we've concluded.
Because of Tyler James Robinson's belief or perception regarding Charlie Kirk's political expression, that concludes reading the information. Mr. Robinson.
To clarify, in the beginning, they were both synced, and it seemed like the responses that he was giving were timed well with what was being said. And then at this moment, I realized that the clips were out of sync. So I'm watching one of them, and I'm watching him not react throughout and only react when it's done to acknowledge, okay, we're done. And that one, by the way, is on a network called KUTV2 News. That's in Salt Lake City. But then on ABC News, one of the biggest news platforms of the country, I'm seeing this report that's been seen by tons of people out there. And when he's being told, when the judge is saying the motive for having done this, which is political expression, we're seeing an acknowledgement. And listen, you don't need to be a body language analyst to see that acknowledgement, right? The judge is saying that Tyler specifically chose Charlie Kirk because of his political beliefs. You're seeing the guy in that moment acknowledge it like this, the way he's acknowledged other things before. Seriously, what are we doing here? The year is 2025. Why does this footage look like it was filmed on a potato from the 17th century?
Right, yeah, it's like horribly blurred and pixelated. Super weird.
Everything is choppy. Everything is laggy.
Everything from Tyler, at least the evidence so far, has been blurry or altered or something weird. Like they'll even admit to certain AI enhancement, which for some reason the enhancement changes the dude's face. Weird, right? Weird how enhancement changes the structure of someone's face.
So what I did is I looked at both clips and tried to listen and look at the judge to see which one is more synced with his audio. And in both cases, it was, again, super laggy, pixelated, choppy, but it does seem like the one on KUTV makes a little more sense. With the way that the judge is moving when he's speaking and the way like he puts the papers down, it looks like it makes a little bit more sense and lines up with him finishing and Tyler just acknowledging that that concludes the charges. But I have no way of knowing that for sure. I don't know where that lie came from. And even if the judge seems synced, how do I know for sure that the feed that we're getting from Tyler is at the right time? Who's to say which of the two got it right? When you have two news outlets playing the same audio, the same footage, but the guy who's on trial in one of the most high-profile cases right now in all of America, and we can't see what the guy's reaction is. Why are we even filming this? All right, thanks for listening to my rant. I hope some of you connect with...
All right, I'm going to stop it right there. Let's jump into the game, guys. That's enough of this crap for today. I went way over today. I'm sorry. Way over in the news than I wanted to. Almost did 2 hours. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it, everybody. All right. We're not going to think about it. We only did good things today, right? We covered all the dirty so that we can fix it, right? That's what happened. Okay. Let's do this. What's my horse at? What's up, pony? Damn, my bounty keeps getting higher and higher. You know what? They need to have like a Cowboys and Aliens expansion pack. Where you fight aliens or something as a cowboy. That'd be really cool. What's this? Hey. Didn't I already do this mission? Oh wait, I never finished it. Never mind. I don't think so. I don't know. Did I? Did I finish this?
You came. Of course I came. Said I would. There's a foreman. His name is Danbury. There's the files in the office above the refinery room. There. You see that light up there?
I see it.
If the files are as incriminating as we believe, Mr. Cornwall's men will destroy them if they know you're coming.
There's only one of me, son. I don't intend for them to know I'm coming. What will the files say?
There'll be a report from Leyland Oil Development Company.
And you got the money?
Yes?
Any ideas how I sneak into this place?
You could crawl under the fence or hide in a wagon. They keep rolling in.
I'll go take a look.
If there's a problem, call for me.
I thought the whole point was that this had nothing to do with you.
Ideally. If you are quick, you could climb into the back of that wagon.
Okay, this is what I was supposed to do last time. I didn't do it.
Hey, Tom? Picking up? Yep. Supposed to meet the early train to Saint Denis. Okay. Better get a move on then.
I'm not gonna check the cargo. So much for security.
Alright, I'm gonna start loading up.
You know what's funny? I'm not even using my character right now. I was using the map. So apparently the map tells you which direction they're looking in. I didn't notice that last night.
You must be Danbury. Who? What? Quieten yourself, friend. This won't take long. Danbury.
Yes?
I need some papers, my friend. Nothing important. A file. I'm from head office.
You're not from head office?
Does that seem important right now?
No.
I need a file by the Leland Oil Development Company. The one about the oil near Wapiti? Danbury, think, man. A mind is a terrible thing to lose, especially over such a nice floor as this.
It's here. It's here.
You're doing good, Danbury. Real good. They'll give you a promotion for this. No, Danbury. Tell the guard you're fine.
Yes. It's just... I'm working. All's fine.
Now stay quiet. Our head office will send me back to get you.
Hey, hold it right there. Weapons on the ground and hands in the air.
Easy now, fellas.
Now, we won't tell you again. I'm gonna lay you down. Bad choices in this life.
I didn't realize my mic was off.
I was happy to watch some of that oil burn. So you met Mr. Danbury?
Yes, don't worry. He was very obliging. I thought you wasn't getting involved.
Thought you were gonna enter and leave silently.
Thank you. You saved my life.
Thank you. I hope. Well, I don't know what I hope. But who knows? Maybe these will be of some use. Here's your money.
Thank you.
Well, this didn't take long. I did it a totally different way last night. I still got through it, but... What's up, Ugly? I didn't know Ugly was a common name for horses, but apparently it is. I named it Fast but Ugly.
Okay, my girl.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I got that from a past life or something. Who knows? Let's see. Okay. About to say, where is the mission at? Never really divert from the missions in this game for some reason. I don't know why. I guess it's because nothing really looks that interesting. Where are we going? They didn't give me a new hat. Where'd my other hat go? Oh man! I got a new hat last night, but since it didn't save, it got rid of it. Just not realize that. It's kind of lame. You can actually see the city in the background. That's kind of cool.
Hey, move it!
Could go hunting. I know some people would like go fishing in this game. I didn't really like the fishing. It's been kind of lame, honestly. That light shining through the trees. Saw something on the ground. Are we there yet?
Yeah.
The fact that we even convinced that species to carry us around. Everybody give a round of applause for horses. Horses did a lot of the work back in the day, and nobody ever gives them credit until now. Until this show. I'm just kidding.
Who's there? It's me.
I never park my horse. I'm just gonna leave it here. Because he always shows up anyways, so...
Arthur, come up here.
Ah, shit, here we go. I should probably eat something. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to fish and stuff. Where's my food at? I don't have any food. Need some food, man. We could fix up this house, since nobody's really doing anything. Do I gotta do this over again too?
Arthur, you get the deciding vote.
About what?
Okay, never mind.
We take an insult and scurry off like cockroaches? Or deal with business the right way? We don't need to take revenge. We hardly know the guy.
This ain't about revenge, Hosea. Angelo Bronte don't mean shit to me. This is about the fact we are planning to rob a bank in his town. A bank that he no doubt protects. A town where his men are gunning for us. Before we do that, we need to put him out of commission.
I disagree. There's always an easier way.
There ain't no easier way. Now, I know his type. He is a vindictive little power broker who rules by fear. Now, we pull that stunt in his cesspit of a town, we're doomed. You
You want to leave this place? Leave this country? We need that money.
Just don't feel good, Dutch.
This is it. This is the last job that we are ever going to pull. Before the year is out, we are going to be harvesting mangoes in Tahiti. Farmers. But we need seed capital, and we need to leave. You know it. I know it.
Forgive me if I can't think too much about the mango harvest.
This is it. Trust me. Arthur.
Forgive me if I can't think about the mango harvest.
Business is business. Angelo Bronte stands between us and our future.
You'll damn us all.
Arthur, come on.
You better be right about this one.
I am.
I've heard that before, and usually I've been right. If you say so.
Quit doubting, Arthur. It does no favors.
The last job was shit. What are you talking about? We got set up at the last job. I mean, not the last job, but the one before it.
Who knows these waters like the back of his hand.
Why do we need a boat?
So we can attack Bronte's mansion from the swamp. Catch him off guard. He knows we survived the trolley station, so he'll be expecting some kind of reprisal.
All right. Okay, makes sense.
See? I do still possess some capacity for rational thought, Arthur.
Okay, girl.
Okay, follow me. Hey!
1 second. See if this fix the glitchiness.
Thank you. For taking my side back there.
It ain't about sides.
Feels like Hosea's lost his spine.
But this move on Bronte, is it for the bank job or revenge for what happened at the trolley station?
Both. Neither. What does it matter? We need to hit that bank. And Bronte has the police and just about everything else in Saint Denis in his back pocket.
1 second. It's on Ultra right now. Let's put it on balanced. More memory. I don't care. Shut up.
He also set us up, and lest we forget, took young Jack.
I understand. We just got a lot of pots on the boil, given all the folks who's out gunning for us.
You all seem to have forgotten how money is made and what it takes to support 20 people, let alone what it takes to give 20 people a new life overseas.
With all due respect, Dutch, is this Tahiti plan really gonna work out?
You tell me, Arthur. Is it? Have some goddamn faith. I am bending over backwards to make a future for us.
I know, but...
When did you become so small-minded? If you'd rather we break up the family, go our separate ways, just tell me.
Of course not.
This isn't a prison camp. I am not forcing anybody to stay. So either we're in this together, working together to get out together, or we're not. There simply isn't a reality in which we do nothing and get everything.
I know. You're right. Just feels like we're on borrowed time again. I mean,
The O'Driscolls found us.
Yeah. We need to move. And soon. Haven't I made that clear? I feel like I'm going.
One second. I'm gonna check one more thing. I didn't click on it. What the hell? Close out some of these windows I left open. Alright. Okie dokie. See if that helps.
In circles with all of you. Micah is the only one left with any loyalty.
Now, that ain't
Seems like it did a little bit.
You are talking like John. I swear that woman is poisoning him against me. I've seen it before. What's the problem here? There ain't a problem. You think Micah would question going after Bronte? No. He'd say, let's go. Anyway, here we are. Let me do the talking. Find out. Thomas. It is good to see you, my friend. Hello, Mr. Dutch. Thomas, have you met Arthur? Arthur? Thomas is quite the boatman. He's going to help us get close to our prey. The other night we had quite the adventure fishing for catfish. Now, my friend, can I call in that favor? What do you need? You know Angelo Bronte. Well, exactly. We need to make a social call. We were hoping you could row us in quietly one evening around the back of his house. Well, if anyone can, I can. We'll pay you for your trouble. If you bringing him trouble, it won't be no trouble for me. Good. My business partner, Jules, he's out on the skiff. I need to check with him. Plus, I need to check the traps. Would you come with me? Of course. Arthur? Why not? Shouldn't take too long if we can find him. Be lively. Mind you, there's a lot of gators. Uncommon numbers. Big ones. Great. Come now, Arthur. It'll take more than a prehistoric reptile to scare you, Shirley. I just want to see you meet your match when it comes to an aging predator with a big mouth, Dutch. Arthur here is something of a comedian. Thomas more of a jester than a gunslinger. Well, if you say so, Mr. Dutch. This way. Come on, this way. Follow me here. And stay on the higher ground. You call this ground? It feels like water to me. Down here, we can't be too picky there, Mr. Arthur. Got a couple of crayfish traps up ahead.
What are we doing, fishing?
Mr. Dutch, we keep a lookout for company. Mr. Arthur, check the traps with me. Can you please check the other one for me, Mr. Arthur?
That's what I'm doing.
This one's empty. All right. I got a few more set over this way. Come on. I don't want to know what just touched my leg. Mr. Dutch, you sure you the right fellas to be going after Angelo Bronte? Oh, he's much more the kind of reptile I can handle. Now stay close. Make sure you follow my line. Oh, I fully intend to, Thomas. You too, Mr. Arthur. You can see why evening swamp wading hasn't caught on as a pastime, can't you? I love it out here. Peaceful. Nobody bothering you now. Except for the night folk sometimes. The night folk? Yep, some strange people around these parts. Wilder than the animals they are.
Well, this just gets better and better.
Yeah, this is getting deep. Surprised we're not swimming right now.
Whoa. Stop where you are. It's a gator. Just stay as still as you can. Alright, let's keep moving. I got another trap by that small island up here. I don't know what's taking Jules so long with that boat.
I think we are all equally keen to find her.
Give me a hand here, Mr. Arthur. This trap is stuck in the mud. It happens.
Guess something didn't want to be caught.
My God. So it's true.
What is?
There's been talk of a big old bull, but people talk a lot of nonsense. I guess this was... No, but only something huge could do this.
Fantastic. Let's hope it bites you first, Dutch. Should we just keep moving? I don't really want to hang around here much longer.
All right. I suppose this can wait. Let's go.
What are they doing here?
Hold up.
There's 3 of them.
My God, there's no shortage of them.
Good eating.
Us or them?
Exactly. Come on. We really should have run into Jules by now. I reckon we should split up so we can search both sides.
Wow.
Okay, Arthur, since you appear so at home here, you take the right. We'll go left. What?
Just keep your eyes open.
We're looking for Jules. There's something on the map, so I'm just gonna go that way. No sign of a gator yet.
Hey! Someone there? Jules? Hello?
See sometime. Is that a light in the tree? I think I see somebody.
Jules?
must be him.
It's probably gonna be like a gator come out like right now.
In the tree! Hey, you in the tree. What are you doing? There's a monster. A monster. You okay up there? There's a monster. Where? Monster, it nearly ate me. Where'd he go? It's out there. What? A big gator. Biggest I ever saw. Big and nasty. Knocked me off the boat and chased me over here. You must be Jules. Yes. Where is the boat? Over there. I ran. Oh. Okay. And, where'd this monster swim off to? I think that way. Good luck shooting that thing. You'll need a cannon. I got the skiff. It's over here. Stop. Got it loose. Go. Good man. All right, let's get back to the dock. Yes, please, let's go.
Thank God. So, who are these fellas, Thomas?
Two new friends of mine. I'll explain later. Jules, we are very happy to have finally made your acquaintance.
I thought I was gonna be out here all night.
What you doing hiding up in the tree, boy?
This gator was huge, Thomas. Twice as big as I ever seen. Twice as angry, too.
Now what?
I think we hit a tree stump.
Yeah, I thought we cleared. You're gonna need to jump in and pull us free.
Me?
Yeah, just do it. Won't take you a minute, boy. Go on.
This is a bad idea.
You'll see any giant monster long before it gets anywhere near you. Got a couple of crack gunslingers here with their guns loaded. You'll be fine. You didn't see the thing. Yeah, neither did you. It's just a myth, Jules. Now pull. Pull, boy. Jules?
Oh shit.
Shit. He won't kid. No, I'm going in. No, you can't lose the boat. Arthur, go. Will? Quick. Quick, Arthur. Come here, son. Shit. Where'd he go? I'm coming. I got you, son. I got you.
Oh, God, no.
Dutch! Shoot something!
Oh, God, no. Please hurry. My leg.
Fire off a couple of warning shots just to pretend you care. I got you covered. Come on, come on.
I think he's dead. Dead or he fainted. He could have paddled towards me. This is all I got.
Just hold on. It's coming right for us. Keep shooting.
Oh, shit. Where'd he go?
I think he's going. Shit, that is one big old gate. Oh, your boy doesn't look too good there. Here, take this. Try and stop the bleeding. You're gonna be okay, son. You're gonna be okay. Just thank your old Uncle Dutch. I heard that. There's still a lot of blood. You need to put pressure on it. I've stopped the bleeding. I think he'll be okay. If he don't get a fever, we can bring down a fever. A fever is the least of our worries. Look who's back. God damn it. Put every bullet you got in him.
Switch my gun.
He's under the water, coming right for us. Get ahead of us. You see him? Shoot. Okay, I think it's had enough. Now, Jesus, can we get back now? Whew. You're gonna be okay, kid. Sorry, Jules. Guess all them stories was true. Big and mad. That's unusual. Normally the little ones are angry. Big ones is lazy. Well, I guess he never outgrew his anger. Kinda reminds me of you, Arthur. You know, I don't think I've ever seen you squeal before, Dutch. I weren't the one squealing. Yeah, well, you weren't in the water with me. And this poor boy was nearly dinner. Can we get some help? Jules been bitten.
Oh, my God.
There's a monster out here. He's been bitten, but he's alive. Just keep him warm. Feed him garlic for the infection. Thank you. Both of you. I'm at your service anytime you need. Thank you, Thomas. Where can we find you? You just meet me back here. Very good. Can one of you help me put the boat back out? Sure. I'm gonna head back to camp and placate the irritable Miss O'Shea, who's causing more trouble. I'll collect the boys. Meet you back here, Arthur. Mr. Arthur? Old Bronte, a bad man. I know. Killed some good folks. Hurt a lot of people. Well, he definitely lacks a certain charm. I'll see you soon. Be safe.
Wasn't this bad last night? Jeez.
Well,
what just happened? Weird. Okay. Being really weird and choppy all of a sudden. Why did it change it? It's not letting me change it. Why does it not let me change it? That's weird. Why won't it let me change anything? Do I have to do it at the start of the game or something? I don't know. I'll quit the game to the title screen real quick. Actually, I'm just gonna restart the game. It's being way too choppy all of a sudden, I don't know why. It's not running. Alright. Gonna restart it. DoorDash hero. Look at this. DoorDash driver alerts police to hostage situation after delivering suspicious items to motel. DoorDash driver alerted police to a hostage situation after delivering suspicious items to a motel in Sweetwater, Texas, Monday morning. The driver called police after bringing the items to Sweetwater Inn in Georgia, on Georgia Avenue around 11:30 a.m. Police confirmed the driver placed the call was suspicious because of his delivery, but they did not disclose what items were ordered. Interesting. DoorDash to save the day, everybody. Let's see if it'll let me do it now. Now it lets me. Alright, so we got balance between texture, performance, and quality. Hopefully that'll fix everything. Seems like it's playing better already. Can I fish right here?
Mine's gone.
What? That was quick.
Gotta bait the hook.
No more bait? Oh well.
Nah, let's try something new.
Got it. That's tiny.
Okay.
1 pound. At least we caught something.
I'm gonna let you off.
I got moral points for that. Nice. I saw a big fish out there. Let's see if I can catch it real quick.
I need some bait on there. Maybe. Set it right. Okay.
Wait, am I supposed to like hold it down? Try that again. There we go. Damn it, I keep forgetting to hold it down. There we go. You got the same damn fish. It's the same damn fish, man. Alright, no more. No more. Caught the same damn fish twice. I put it away. There we go. Oh man, I accidentally baited it. How does my rifle keep going? Just over here.
Back out there, girl. Where's that horse got to? Yep.
Wait. Chill. Why would anybody want to build a house on all this shit?
So, Dutch, what's Tahiti like anyhow? I have no idea, but I hear it's paradise. Arthur, there you are. Come on. Thomas, let's get going. Right you are. Hey, Bill, you were a sharpshooter in the cavalry, weren't you? What? When we get there, maybe you could help with the suppression fire. I never said I was no sharpshooter. Oh, that's right. What was it? The nation's most loyal latrine digger, wasn't that it? Yeah, well, I fought, and I fought well. So you always tell us. Taught me something you could do with learning. Them Indians were savages. Watch your mouth there, boy. Watch it. Only type of savage in these parts are moonshine, swilling, pompous, inbred locals. Dutch, I saw things out there. I don't doubt you saw things, Bill, but your tiny little mind was too small to comprehend what you saw.
What you saw was people who lost everything to savagery. Savagery of peasants. Failures come from Europe to reap some awful vengeance on God's last creation.
Interesting way you boys gotta prepare for a killing.
I'm sorry I wasted my life trying to teach you boys. Love you though I do.
Well, leaving love aside, you think we got this?
Don't you never leave love aside, Arthur. That's all we got.
Big ass gator behind us.
You pick us up yonder.
I got you.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Come on, quick. Stay quiet.
Where are we going?
Lenny, Bill, you're with me. Arthur, John, you take the left side. If you see a shot, you take it. Okay? Good luck, gentlemen. Arthur, let's go.
Let's go.
Find some cover. 2 up ahead.
You're supposed to shoot him? Is that a shotgun? Yeah, I don't know what that.
Shoot that lock, Arthur. Now kick that damn door in. We got more inside.
Damn! You guys stop getting in front of me. Pop up right in front of me, right where I'm shooting. these motherfuckers, man.
Hey, big man. You gonna ransom you or what? I am. Because from where I'm sitting, you're the one deserving of pity, my friend. All your men, all your money, they weren't no match for a bunch of bump you.
Nothing. You do nothing. Me nothing. You stand for nothing. Me, I run a city. And when the law catch up to you, you will die like nothing. I am this country. You are what people are running from.
I possess things that you will never understand.
You don't even possess your own men. $1,000 to the man who kills him and sets me free.
What are you gonna say now?
They are even bigger fools than you.
No doubt.
The law will find you. Already, the dogs are on the way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're right. You are so right. They are good at smelling filth, huh? So filth has got to be this our friends of Bandits gonna come and rescue you. You repulsive little maggot. Call them now. You call them.
Oh shit. Alright, everybody. It's been fun for tonight, but I think we're gonna stop it somewhere around here. So I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Go ahead and like the video if you like. Follow if you're new. I'll see you again sometime here soon. Beautiful game, man. Y'all be good. Have a good night.